Mrs. Ayo Ogbomode to President Julius Mambio in Freetown on Monday. Now, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the envoy conveyed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu goodwill and reaffirms Nigerian commitment to deepening the long-standing friendship and cooperation between both countries. She also congratulated President Bio on his emergence as the chairman of ECOWAS. Nigeria and Sierra Leone has maintained close diplomatic ties through shared membership of ECOWAS, the African Union, and the Commonwealth, while collaborating, or rather cooperation, on regional peacekeeping, diplomatic governance, security, and economic development. Now, the federal government says the latest engagement reflects Nigeria's continued focus on regional stability, economic diplomacy, and stronger partnership with African nations through enhanced political, trade, and investment cooperation. Now, troops of Operation Hadike has foiled an attempted ISWAP attack in Kokowa local government area of Borno State, killing a terrorist cameraman and recovering a video camera containing what the military described as sensitive operational and propaganda footage. Now, in a statement on Sunday, the acting military information officer of Operation Hadike, Captain Mohammed Guni, said preliminary analysis of the recovered recording identified 3 foreign terrorist facilitators, including a Palestine believed to be ISWAP chief trainer and a Moroccan serving as the group's medical director and doctor. The military said the terrorists launched the attack late on Saturday, July 11, 2026, in an attempt to overrun troops and loot cholera medical supplies. However, soldiers repelled the assault with heavy firepower, forcing the insurgents to retreat after suffering significant casualties. Weapons, ammunition, uniforms, and other combat equipment were recovered from the scene. The army said the operation highlighted growing pressure on ISWAP across the northeast, adding that 2 soldiers injured during the exchange of fire are in stable condition. It reaffirmed a commitment to sustaining offensive operation until terrorism is defeated and lasting peace is restored in the region. Now, talking politics, the Independent National Electoral Commission has extended the deadline for political parties to submit the names of their presidential and National Assembly candidates for the 2027 general elections to midnight, Tuesday, July the 14th, 2026. Now, the extension announced on Sunday followed an appeal by the Inter-Party Advisory Council on behalf of political parties that were unable to complete the upload of candidate details before the original deadline. INEC said the decision was aimed at ensuring a more inclusive electoral process. Meanwhile, the All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party confirmed they had successfully uploaded the details of their presidential, vice presidential, and National Assembly candidates to INEC candidate nomination portal. The APC said they submitted 471 candidates, including its presidential ticket, 109 senatorial candidates, and 360 House of Representative candidates. The APC also criticized opposition parties that failed to meet the original deadline, describing the delay as evidence of weak internal organization. INEC, however, urged political parties yet to complete the process to take advantage of this tension before the new deadline expires. Still talking politics, the All Progressive Grand Alliance have called for greater inclusion of women in politics and governance, urging stakeholders to remove barriers limiting women participation in leadership and decision-making. Now, the call was made at the party's National Women's Summit held at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center in Abuja on Sunday. The summit team, Advancing Women Inclusion in Politics and Governance, brought together women leaders, political stakeholders, and civil society groups to discuss ways of increasing women representation in public offices. Representing Anambra State Governor and ABGA National Leader, Professor Chukwuma Solodo, Deputy Governor Oyekachukwu Ibuzum, said excluding women for governance undermines national development. ABGA National Chairman Chief Sly Ezeokenewa also stressed that greater female participation is essential for inclusive and effective governance. Our participant called for the implementation of the 5% affirmative action policy, the passage of Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill, constitutional and electoral reforms, and improved funding and mentorship for women. ABGA said it remains committed to strengthening women's leadership within the party ahead of the 2027 general elections. Away from that, talking business, Nigerian foreign exchange market recorded a sharp decline in trading activity in the week ending July 10, 2026, with total turnover across the spot and derivative market falling by nearly 47%, according to data released by FMDQ Exchange. Now, the report showed total market turnover dropped to $1.63 billion, down from $3.05 billion recorded the previous week. The decline was driven by reduced activity in both the forex spot and forex derivative segment, reflecting weaker market demand. Now, FMDX said forex spot transaction fell by 46.62%, while foreign derivative declined by 45.19%, largely due to lower trading in forex forward contracts. Exchange-traded forex futures recorded no activity during the period. Now, the market slowdown also reduced average daily turnover from $610.6 million to $366.2 million. Despite the decline, forex spot transaction remained the dominant segment, accounting for nearly 97% of total market turnover. Standard Chartered Bank Nigeria has urged small and medium-sized enterprises to strengthen their export capacity and prepare for cross-border trade to unlock growth opportunities beyond the domestic market. The call was made during the bank's International SME Day 2026 client engagement held in Lagos, where regulators, industry experts, and business leaders discuss export development, trade facilitation, and strategies for expanding into international markets. Now, speaking at the event, Acting Chief Executive Officer of Standard Chartered Bank Nigeria, Ayodeji Adelagun, said SMEs remain the backbone of Nigeria's economy, accounting for about 96% of business and contributing nearly half of the country's gross domestic product. He encouraged businesses to embrace technology, improve compliance with international standards, and also build strategic partnership to enhance export readiness. Now, the bank reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Nigerian SMEs through financial solutions, market insight, and access to global network, saying stronger export participation will help businesses remain competitive and drive economic growth. With our business news, we need to go on a break, but when we come back, more news as it concerns the foreign scene and the ever-exciting world of sports. Join us again.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Atlantic TV.
And on the foreign scene, United States and Iran forces exchanged a fresh wave of missile and drone attacks on Monday, July 13, 2026, marking a major escalation in their conflict across the Gulf region. Iran says it targeted United States military facilities in Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, and Jordan, while announcing the renewed closure of the strategic Strait of Hormuz, sending global oil prices higher. The United States military said the strikes followed operational carried out on Sunday, July the 12th, when it targeted Iranian air defense system, coastal radar sites, missile and drone facilities, and naval assets. The renewed fighting has cast doubt on the United States and Iran agreement signed in June of 2026, which aimed to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and end hostilities through further negotiation. Iran says shipping through the Strait of Hormuz will remain restricted until the United States military operation in the region cease, warning that continued intervention could trigger more incidents affecting the global oil and gas market. Washington, however, insisted it remains committed to protecting freedom of navigation and has continued escorting vessels through the waterway. Now, the latest escalation pushed Brent crude price up by more than 4% on Monday, highlighting growing concerns over global energy supplies. The Strait of Hormuz carries about one-fifth of the world's oil and liquefied and natural gas shipment, making the conflict a significant threat to global trade and economic stability. So on the foreign scene, but at a sad note, at least 27 people were killed and 63 others critically injured after a powerful fire ripped through a popular pub in Bangkok, Thailand on Sunday night. Officials said the blaze broke out at a crowded entertainment venue, triggering panic as patrons scrambled to escape. Emergency responders rushed the scene to extinguish the fire and evacuate victims. Authority has launched an investigation into the cause of the fire, while the injured are receiving treatment at a nearby hospital. The incident is one of the deadliest pub fires in Thailand in recent times and has renewed concerns over fire safety in the country's busy entertainment district. And in the ever-exciting world of sports, Nigerian para-badminton team has returned from the 2026 Uganda Para-Badminton International Championship with 14 medals, 9 gold and 5 silver, reaffirming the country's position as one of Africa's leading forces in the sport. Now, the championship held in Uganda from July 7 to July 12, 2026 saw impressive performance from Nigerian athletes like Linka Brown, Ijoma Gift, Emmanuel Oheri, Obina Onwosu, Inena Chigozie, and Ineojo Agada. All won gold medals across various singles, doubles, and mixed doubles events. President of the Federation, Francis Obi, praised the athletes for their outstanding performance, describing the medal haul as a major boost ahead of the future continental and global competitions. Obi said the Federation remains committed to supporting the para-badminton team with a strong focus on qualifying more athletes for the Paralympic Games. He also commended the Abia and Bayelsa state government, as well as the Police College Badminton Club Lagos, for supporting the athletes' participation. And still talking sport, FIFA has appointed experienced Salvadorian referee Ivan Baton to officiate the 2026 FIFA World Cup semi-final between France and Spain, scheduled for Tuesday, July 14 at the Dallas Stadium. Now, the World Football Governing Body announced the appointment on Monday, naming David Moran of El Salvador and Argentinian Antonio Puperio as assistant referees, while Sweden Glenn Nyberg will serve as the fourth official. The highly anticipated council will see two European football powerhouse battle for a place in the World Cup final. France, led by Kylian Mbappe, was chasing a third consecutive World Cup final appearance, while Spain hoped to reach their first final since winning the tournament in 2010. The semi-finals also renews a growing rivalry between the two nations following Spain's victory over France in the UEFA Europa 2024 semi-final. The winner will advance to the 2026 FIFA World Cup final, while the losing side will play in the third place playoff. And with that, we just hope or wish both of them success. Anyway, with that, we've come to the end of the news, but it's nice we go check what the weather will look like for major cities across Nigeria.